Look, I wasn't going to make any more videos about Harry and Meghan because I'm really not a royal commentator. I deal in problems of gender and structural power, and the royals have just crossed my path because Meghan, like Diana before her, is both an international icon and an embodied crisis of gender and structural power. But I really don't know them, so I was going to shut up about the royals. Only someone gave me this. And I was barely a page in when I started saying, what the fuck? Now, I know that notwithstanding his record of royal confidences and the Daily Express quote on the back here calling him one of the most prominent authors of his generation, Andrew Morton is not a great writer. He's not even a particularly reputable journalist. He began his career with tabloids, including the now infamous News of the World, and since 1992 has parlayed the trust of a desperate princess into a career as a royal biographer. As luck would have it, Meghan Markle comes from the same Californian city as Morton's wife, where he spends part of each year, so he knew quite a lot about Meghan before she met Harry. I'm barely halfway in, and I find it full of weird non sequiturs, clumsy syntax, repetition, sententious editorial, and confusing contradictions that his editor really should have picked up. But how Meghan shines! In the words of her teachers, friends and colleagues, and in Morton's account of her actions, she comes across as such a fine young woman, an absolute princess in the very best sense of that problematic word. Gracious, glamorous, kind, dedicated, articulate, thoughtful, resilient, and proactively humanitarian. Even without the political implications of her biracial blood, Meghan really is an absolutely tragic loss to the firm. But here's what shits me about this book. How could Andrew Morton, knowing what the palace did to Diana, knowing the Crown's inability to rein in the tabloid media and the palace's outright collusion with some of its worst elements, how could he lay out and approve so resoundingly Meghan's qualifications for her new role, proclaim that her marriage to Harry will make the monarchy seem more inclusive and relevant, even emphasize her likeness to Diana, and then, when it all goes to shit and Harry and Meghan flee, Morton kind of shrugs off the palace's profound culpability, and now all his commentary on the Sussexes is ambivalent. I mean, I get it. He knows which side his bread is buttered. Morton has to walk a fine line, neither discrediting his past assessment too much, nor siding with his heroine against the inhumanities of the firm. But it's not a good look. When I finish reading this, I might do an in-depth dissection of the delicate treachery of Andrew Morton.